Submitted by Tasha. Thank you for trusting me with your story. This happened in 2019. I was 24, living alone in a small studio apartment in Phoenix, Arizona. It wasn't in the best part of town, but it was affordable, and I loved the place. Quiet. Peaceful. But I always had this feeling like I wasn't completely alone. Little things. A shadow in the corner of my eye. A creak in the floorboards when I was sure I'd locked the doors. It was easy to brush off. I was just paranoid, right? Then one night, around 2 a.m., it happened. I woke up to the sound of someone trying to unlock my door. At first, I thought it was a dream. Maybe I was hearing things. But the sound, it was too real. The distinct click of the lock, followed by the rattle of the doorknob. I stayed frozen in bed. My heart was pounding in my chest. I was alone. No roommates. No one to help. I reached for my phone, but it was too far out of reach. And then the door creaked open. Just a little. I could hear footsteps in the hallway. This is real. I wanted to scream. I wanted to call for help, but the fear was suffocating. What if he heard me? What if he had a weapon? My mind was racing, thinking about every worst-case scenario, but my body didn't move. I knew I had to do something, and fast. So I did the only thing I could think of. I lied. I turned over in bed, pretending to wake up, and in the most groggy, annoyed voice I could muster, I yelled, "Babe, someone's here! Did you invite someone over?" For a second, there was nothing. Not even a breath. Then, footsteps. I couldn't hear him move closer, but I knew he was still there, listening. I pushed it harder. My voice was louder now. "Grab my gun." "I think someone's inside." "I don't own a gun." I grabbed the nearest thing I could find, a wine bottle, and slid behind the bathroom wall. My heart was in my throat. I didn't know if he was still out there or if he was getting closer. And then, silence. I waited, holding my breath, praying he'd leave. Eventually, I heard the door shut. Not a bang, just a soft click. I didn't move for another 20 minutes. When the police arrived, they found pry marks on my door. The lock had been forced. He didn't have a key. He had broken in. The man they arrested was someone from a nearby neighborhood. They said he'd been casing apartments, waiting for an opportunity. He was known for targeting women who lived alone. They told me later that he hadn't planned on confrontation. He was shy, but determined. He probably thought I wasn't alone, if I hadn't lied, if I hadn't pretended someone was there with me. I don't think I'd be here to tell this story.